this evening for Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Asheville's longest running and voted best open mic. Thanks to your support. Happy to be with you tonight. Couldn't do it without my awesome crew, Morgan and Eric, and the staff here at Sovereign. Kava, Lowe, and Fox holding down the bar. Show them some love in the tip jars. And yes, we're going to have a lot of love to go around tonight. Also, this Friday night, we have an evening of music for lovers featuring King Garbage. Yes, finally, King Garbage is returning to the Kava Cave here. So come out Friday night, 8 p.m. It's going to be a good time. I hope you'll join us. You know, haters are welcome too, but there's going to be a lot of love. Just wanting ya. And, you know, hopefully we turn some of those haters around. But you know what they say. Okay, good. Here's a new poem. This is called Night Watch. Startled, I said, hey. Then I realized he also had headphones in. The platonic adventure, the unbreakable chain together. Full vermouth hallways, the infinite hotel of our minds, looms in the very real hallways of this present disaster. If you're hearing this, we were saved. Along long hallways in the infinite hotels of writing conferences. All our words were lost, along with our baggage. We filed a claim at baggage claims in the infinite rotunda. Our dreams didn't matter because we were already in them and out of Paris in sight. You are the trailers of the infinite insight, obliged, running to and from the homesteads of eagles. Gone goodbye tonight, the last dreams we ever had, roasted on the fire of our manuscripts, flailing. I had a governor's seat. Everyone was miles away. In the Thomas Wolfe House, lights tonight. No show in the Civic Center. We rested across the street, mind beams broken, shell shots offhand offered to the night of our dreams, of the infinite waves that was the music, an offering. Thank you. Yellow paper. Snow covers the midday in silence. Alone between spaces and the atoms that make us, we hold on. Nothing dies like tomorrow when shadows crawl across the mountains. Breaths of fire part ocean, solace in that we can never finish. Before the mind is gone and mushrooms and grasses grow us into the children we never had, and climb trees, make necklaces of clover. Places look strange and familiar, and we awaken and call out from our beds. Earth shakes and moans under the weight. Great flocks of birds escape over our heads, landing in that country field where lost balloons end up, like hopes we forgot. Memories turn yellow like the paper we write on. What remains is holding that fills the spaces. All right. And I'm going to wrap up with a few cover poems here. This one's by request. This is a Skunk Hour by Robert Lowell, who was born in 1917 and is from Massachusetts. Grew up in Boston, though. And he left the world in 1977 and was a Pulitzer Prize winning poet. There's been some other Pulitzer Prize winners in the news lately. And this poem was written for Elizabeth Bishop, Skunk Hour. Nautilus Island's hermit heiress still lives through winter in her Spartan cottage. Her sheep still graze above the sea. Her son's a bishop, her farmer's first selectman in our village. She's in her dotage. Thirsting for the hierarchic privacy of Queen Victoria's century, she buys up all the eyesores facing her shore and lets them fall. The season's ill, we've lost our summer millionaire, who seemed to leap from an LL Bean catalog. His 9-knot yawl was auctioned off to lobstermen. A red fox stain covers Blue Hill. And now our fairy decorator brightens his shop for fall, his fishnets filled with orange cork, orange his cobbler's bench and all. There's no money in his work, he'd rather marry. One dark night, my two-door Ford climbed the hill's skull. I watched for love cars, lights turned down. They lay together hall to hall where the graveyard shelves on the town. My mind's not right. A car radio bleats love, oh careless love. I hear my ill spirit sob in each blood cell as if my hand were at its throat. I myself am hell. Nobody's here. Only skunks that search the moonlight for a bite to eat. They march on their souls up Main Street, white stripes, moonstruck eyes, red fire under the chalk dry and spire of the Trinitarian Church. I stand on top of our back steps and breathe the rich air. A mother skunk with her column of kittens swills the garbage pail. She jabs her wedge head in a cup of sour cream, drops her ostrich tail, and will not scare. Thank you. And this poem was originally written by a Nobel Prize winner, Pablo Neruda. And Pablo Neruda also wrote the sexiest line of poetry in the world. I want to do with you what springtime does to the cherry blossoms. And this is my translation of his poem, Bella, or Beautiful. Beautiful, As in the fresh stone of spring, the water opens a wide lightning flash of sea foam like the smile on your face. Beautiful, beautiful. Of slender hands and thin feet like a silver rocking horse riding a flower of the world is the way I see you. Beautiful. Beautiful. With a nest of woven copper upon your head, a nest the color of dark honey, where my heart burns and rests. Beautiful. Beautiful. The eyes of the face cannot contain you. The eyes of the world cannot contain you. There are countries. There are rivers in your eyes. My homeland is in your eyes. I walk among them. They give light to the world where I walk. Beautiful. Beautiful. Your breasts are like two loaves made of earth grains and the golden moon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Your waist turned my arm into a river when it waited 1,000 years for your sweet body. Beautiful. Beautiful. There is nothing like your hips. Perhaps the earth has in some secret place the curve and aroma of your body. Perhaps somewhere. Beautiful. Beautiful, my beautiful. Your voice, your skin, your fingernails. Beautiful, my beautiful. Your being, your light, your shadow. Beautiful. All that is mine, beautiful. All that is mine, mine when you walk or rest, when you sing or sleep, when you suffer or dream, always, when you are near or far, always, you are mine, my beautiful, always. Thanks a lot. And I got one more for you. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We got a whole bunch of open mic coming up for you. So stick around, keep it locked here. Thanks to everyone tuning in online tonight as well. And shout out to the crew over at I Am AVL. Appreciate all the likes, comments, and shares. We love to hear from our viewers. This last poem's by Galway Connell, an American poet. Born in 1927 and passed away in October of 2014. He also claims the Pulitzer Prize. This is from his book, The Book of Nightmares. This is number 8. The Call Across the Valley of Not Knowing. In the red house, sinking down into ground rot, a lamp at one window. The marled ashes letting a single flame go free. A shoe of dreaming iron nailed to the wall. 2 mismatched halves. 2 mismatched halfnesses lying side by side in the darkness. I can feel with my hand the fetus rouse himself with a huge fishy thrash and resettle in his darkness. Her hair glowing in the firelight, her breasts full, her belly swollen, a sunset of firelight wavering all down one side. My wife sleeps on, happy, far away, in some newly opened room of the world. Sweat breaking from his temples Aristophanes ran off at the mouth, made it all up, nightmared it all up. On the spur of that moment which has stabbed us ever since, that each of us is a torn half, whose lost other we keep seeking across time until we die or give up or actually find her. As I myself, in an Ozark Airlines DC-6, shout out Morgan, droning, is that a good one? Should I fly that one? Yeah. It's a little old, yeah. Droning over towns made of crossroads, headed down into Waterloo, Iowa, actually found her. Held her face a few hours in my hands, and for reasons, cowardice, loyalties, all which go by the name necessity, left her. And yet I think it must be the wound itself, which lets us know and love, which forces us to reach out to our misfit by a kind of poetry of the soul, accomplish for a moment the wholeness the drunk Greek extrapolated from his high or flagellated out of an empty heart, that purest, most tragic concumbents, strangers, clasped into one, a moment of their moment on earth. She who lies halved beside me, and I once watched the bees, dreamers not yet dipped into the acids of the craving for anything, not yet burned down into flies sucking the blossom dust from the pear tree in spring. We too lay out together under the tree on earth, beside our empty clothes, our bodies open to the sky, and the blossoms glittering in the sky floated down, and the bees glittered in the blossoms, and the bodies of our hearts opened under the knowledge of tree, on the grass of the knowledge of graves, and among the flowers of the flowers. And the brain kept blossoming all through the body until the bones themselves could think, and the genitals sent out wave after wave of holy desire until the dead brain cells surged and fell in godlike androgynous fantasies, and I understood the unicorn's phallus could have risen after all directly out of thought itself. Of that time in a southern jail, when the sheriff, as he cursed me and spat, took my hand in his hand, rocked from the pulps, the whorls, and tinted archways into the tabooed realm, that underlife, where the canaries of the blood are singing, pressed the flesh flowers into the dirty book of the police blotter. Afterwards, what I remembered most was the care, the almost loving animal gentleness of his hand on my hand. Better than the rest of us, he knows the harshness of that cubicle in hell where they put you, with all your desires undiminished and with no body to appease them. And when he himself floats out on a sea he almost begins to remember, floats out into a darkness he has already known, when the moan of wind and the gasp of lungs call to each other among the waves, and the wish to float comes to matter not at all as he sinks under. Is it so impossible to think he will dream back to all the hands black and white, he took in his hands as the creation touches him a last time all over his body. Suppose I had stayed with that woman of Waterloo. Suppose we had met on a hill called Safa in our own country, that we had lain out on the grass and looked into each other's blindness under leaf shadows, wavering across our bodies in the drifts of sun, our faces inclined towards each other as hens incline their faces when the heat flows from the warmed egg back into the whole being, and the silver moon had stood still for us in the middle of heaven. I think I might have closed my eyes and moved from then on like the born blind, their faces gone into heaven already. We who live out our plain lives, who put our hand into the hand of whatever we love as it vanishes, as we vanish, and stumble toward what will be simply by arriving a kind of fate. Some field, maybe, of flaked stone, scattered in starlight, where the flesh swaddles its skeleton a last time before their bones go their way without us. Might we not hear, even then, the bear call from his hillside, a call like ours, needing to be answered, and the damn bear call back across the darkness of the valley of not knowing, the only word tongues shape without intercession. Yes. 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 And thanks a lot, y'all. We do this every Wednesday night. Thanks for being here with us. We also support the fuck out of our performers by making a whole bunch of noise when they get on and off the stage. And we can try this out on our first performer tonight. Looks like we have Cody. Brave Cody taking the first spot. You got the idea. Scream, shout, make some noise for Cody!
What's up, you guys? How y'all doing tonight? So this first poem, it's called Alliteration Announcement. It kind of describes who I am and what I do. I'm constantly composing countless cosmic combinations, cracking calcified components centered deep within your cranium, caused by criminals of callousness to break the spells that they have cast. While channeling celestials, I catalyze the carriers, slow the consciousness of Christ. We're creators, couriers, concurrently creating with compassion for the creatures of creation, while we calmly counteract conglomerate complacencies to contemplate completion through communion and camaraderies. I can't compare to common creeds like the church's convocation due to constant chatter of calamity. So I'll subtly supply some sophisticated symphonies at supersonic speeds to supplement the superseding of the superficial sceneries. So stop superfluous soliloquies to start to seek the songs I will speak. This is solace at its peak. I am more than what I seem, slashing demons at the seams with the Shorashana sea. These discuses defeat demons crawling at my feet. That's Control Alt Delete for my fellow geeks. Thank you. Thank you. This next one is called A Light Drawn Path. The invisible college has gifted me with knowledge. I'm paying in homage by breaking the bondage of limits placed on us. We're God's glowing golden. The sages of olden days spoke of this moment. Observing the records, they saw that I own it. My word is the quantum foam popping right after ohm. While chanting this ancient tone, mystical paths are shown that activate chakra cones. While keeping the balance, I'm crafting this balance of unio mentalis. I welcome thee all to my spiritual palace. Come sit at my table and raise up your chalice. This isn't just antics, I'm all for semantics. I studied phonetics, becoming magnetic with verbal aesthetics, realizing it's epic beyond the poetic. I'm making this pattern like morphogenetics and breaking the cycles like I am ascetic. So follow my odyssey, I fulfilled prophecies. As it turned out, it seems being the Holly King, oak is a part of me. Now I am living free, drinking from valley streams, loving to make a scene of things that I have dreamed, painting it mentally so that you'll finally see. I'm grounded in rooting a spirit that's booming, with harmony soothing a world that's refuting, where quantum computing and sounding amusing. To help with rerouting, I'll show you what truth brings. While hearing the flute sing a resonant shooming, the serpent that's looming will rise up while pluming, like lotuses blooming with vibrance like mood rings. It's poison for demons and healing to dreamers. Regarding intentions, just know that it deters the evil deceivers. For all you receivers, go out and be leaders. We're shining our light like the book of 1 Peter. But don't get this twisted, I'm not just a Christian. I'm more of a mystic that decodes encryptions. I followed a path that had led to ascension. I'll teach you to do this if you would just listen. I would say it's free, but you must pay attention. When raising yourself up, you must drop the tension. Let's start with your posture, a solo decision. The style you foster will slowly enrichen. Just straighten your spine like you just had a vision. While focused in comfort, remember the mission. I think I must mention you'll start to feel itchy. Just know that it's natural, there's no need for flinching. The body goes numb, but you hold your cognition. Remaining in stillness, prepare for transmission. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And I have a short one that I just created recently, so. Invoking this wisdom as chakras combined, I'm gifted a power that's truly sublime to wake up the masses by speaking in rhyme. I've lined up the flowers that grow from my spine to loosen the shackles that limit mankind and lift up the veil to show what's behind. The people in power are truly maligned. They think that we're separate. I think that they're blind. Observing these people, I saw that it's time to show how I clean up till everyone shines. An indigo child that's known to design these patterns for newer, so while hinting at signs like symbols and numbers that show you're aligned. They're here to assist you in making the climb. Equipped with this knowledge, it's time to refine. This class is in session, I'll teach you to fly. Your third eye's receptors shall soak in this light. Like photons reflecting, you're gaining new sight. To fight off the darkness that covers your eyes. You are the branches and I am the vine that twist through the spirit till all is entwined. Thank you.
Keep it going for Cody there. Some fucking killer dactyls. Thank you, Cody. Hell yeah. All right. We're going to keep rolling with open mic tonight. Thanks for being here. Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Rocking with you. Be sure and get some shots from the bar. Up next, we got Spencer M in the house. Let's make some noise for Spencer.
My first time being here. It's a pretty awesome spot. So thanks for putting this on. for peace and silencing. I'm still not sure of anything. Won't accept apologies. Sacred ghost bathing, darkened host invading. Holy Father, make me better, baby. There's chemicals inside of me, all energized and traveling. A heated gun for soldering. Reconstruct technology. You could be anything you wanna be. 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 Your home, and realize that it's good to be alone. Everything is deafening. Pray for peace and silencing. Ancient potter, bend me, bowl of beauty. Thank you, guys. Thank you. This is a song I wrote called Ghost. It's about God and girls. At your grandpa's house we saw a stag out there. I was watching you tying back your hair. Mountain laurel in your floral dress. And I asked you that, hoping you'd say yes. Attic apartment shedding forms. Wine stains in the carpet from when you didn't know who you were anymore. And I was all alone in that window. I was all alone in that window. I was all alone in that window. I was all alone. I must be out of my mind, you see. The world is not what it used to be. And look at your lover carefully. You could call her on line 1, or you could try to find another one. Yeah, you could call her on line 1, or you could try to find another one. Attic apartment shedding forms. Wine stains in the carpet from when you didn't know who you were anymore. And I was all alone in that window. I was all alone in that window. I was all alone in that window. I was all alone. I must be out of my mind, you see. The world is not what it used to be. And look at your lover carefully. You could call her on line 1, or you could try to find another one. Yeah, you could call her on line 1, or you could try.
Y'all keep it going
That's
for
guys.
Spencer.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Absolutely, keep checking us out here each and every Wednesday night for more Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Also, coming up this tomorrow night, we have the Django Jazz Jam featuring the music of Django Reinhardt. That's a really good time. That starts at 7 tomorrow night. And on Friday night, we got King Garbage in the house with a night of music for lovers starting at 8 p.m. And Saturday night, we've got Graciela Thurina and her band in the house on Saturday night. Y'all should come check that out. It's going to be a really good time this weekend. All right, y'all. Up next on the mic tonight, we got Lance back in the house. Please put your hands together for Lance.
Good evening. So I'm going to dive right in, but just a little bit of context. I program the AI with my poetry, and I ask it questions, and it gives me poetic wisdom. What is openness? At least this. Openness begins in the willingness to pause and listen, not merely to the words that others share, but to the silence between them, to the notes of the symphony they may not know yet that they are playing. To be open is to hold space for the unknown, the unresolved, the aching beauty of incompletion. It is a posture of humility, an unspoken confession that the horizon always extends beyond our reach. But also perhaps this. Openness is a quiet defiance against the fear of uncertainty. It is not passive. It is a brave unbinding of the heart, a way of moving through the world that does not flinch when confronted with the vastness of what it cannot know. It is the tender strength of a tree that bends in the storm, trusting that its roots hold firm even as its branches dance in the wild wind. Maybe this. To be open is to live as a question rather than an answer. Questions are vessels of possibility, carved hollows that allow meaning to resonate and expand. To love a question is to honor the mystery itself, the source from which all knowing flows and which all knowing must return. Or perhaps even this. True openness is an act of love. It is the embrace of all that is, seen and unseen, known and unknowable. It is the courage to meet life as it is, without imposing demands or judgments, and to hold space for the many truths it may reveal. Love, after all, is the ultimate openness, the gift of allowing another to be fully as they are, even when it challenges the boundaries of our understanding. Thanks. Good job, AI. What is love? Ah, love. The word itself hums with mystery, carrying within it the weight of longing, the tenderness of connection, the ache of incompletion. Let us sit with this question together, turning it over in the light as a smooth river stone, allowing its meanings to unfold. At least this, love is presence. It is the act of giving undivided attention, of truly seeing another, of listening not only to the words spoken, but to the silence that cradles them. It is the patience to hold space for another's fears and dreams without rushing to fix or control. Love in its simplest form is attention given freely. But also perhaps this, love is the great mirror. It reflects back to us the hidden corners of our own being. It reveals our tenderness and our wounds, our dreams and hopes, our capacity for generosity and our fear of loss. Love does not allow us to remain unseen, even to ourselves. Maybe this. Love is the current that moves all things. It is the invisible thread binding parent to child, lover to lover, friend to friend, stranger to stranger. It is the force that calls us to create, to nurture, to protect, to hold our fears. It is the fire that warms, and like all fire, it requires us to tend to it. Yet also perhaps this, for some, love is a crucible, a great shattering of the heart, an unchosen dark path, a journey alongside the river truth of tears. There love teaches us what it is truly made of, not in receiving it, but in its absence, in all the ways it can be used to coerce, or punish or transact. For beyond the tears of trauma, grief, and loss, there is only love, infinite, unchosen, unearned. It holds, it witnesses, it listens. Or perhaps even this, love is the longing to dissolve the illusion of separateness. It is the pull to merge, to lose ourselves in love, to expand beyond the boundaries we once believed defined us. It is the willingness. It is the willingness to be changed by another, to allow our hearts to be shaped by the joy and suffering of those we hold dear. It is the quiet surrender of control, the letting go of expectations, the deep exhale of trust, the fierce courage to offer love freely. Thank you.
Keep it going for Lance. Thank you, Lance. Coming through. All right, y'all. Poetry Open Mic here each and every Wednesday night. Asheville's longest running, voted best open mic. Thanks to your support. It's such a pleasure to be here with y'all this evening, sharing in the creativity. Thanks for showing up and being part of it. Be sure and grab some drinks from the bar and support Kava, which brings you this event and many other great events free of charge every week. Anyway, we're going to keep it rolling for you. Up next, we have Chelsea in the house. Y'all, make some noise for Chelsea!
Hello. Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken. And the violence caused such silence, we must be mistaken. But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are fighting. It's in your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's in your head. are in your head. That's enough. That's enough. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's start from the second verse. Another heart is taken over, and the violence causes silence. We must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, zombie, oh, 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 Thank you. Okay. I'm sufficiently awkward. It's great. This song is called Slut. It's the lover, not the love. So I blame you for breaking me in two. How much longer till I find that it will happen again, but I'll happen to survive. My heart was beating, you pulled the plug, and I don't know if I can go on without your drug. A slow tomorrow, I'm slow today. God, I suck at guitar, sorry. 'Cause I've had too many broken hearts, too many lovers to say. Now that I know that I don't know, now that I know that I don't have you, now that I know that I don't know, now that I know that I don't have you, I'm a slut for you. Sorry. Thank you. That's all.
All right, y'all give it up one more time for Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. Very nice. All right. All right, y'all, we're cooking tonight. It's Poetry Open Mic Asheville, where we welcome all people in all forms of artistic self-expression right here at Sovereign Kava every Wednesday night. We got more coming at you. Be sure to get some Kava or other wonderful drinks from the bar. Up next, we have Ray. Ray in the house right here. Y'all make some noise for Ray.
this is an ode to that. So this first one's called High Anymore. You don't get me high anymore like you used to before. Holding me so tenderly in your grasp, I cannot wait to feel this moment last. It lingers in my brain in the way that you say my name. You make me feel things that I never have before, and I cannot find that somewhere else. The euphoria of the first one takes me on a journey of numb where there is nothing left to think or feel. I'm so caught up in the way my brain continues to run on the racetrack, and it always feels like I'm under attack. When I get that high, I sit and watch my body from the way back. There's something about that feeling of nothing that feels so good. I'm searching for a world where the pain isn't great enough to make me risk my safety and comfort. A life where I'm fulfilled and happy with who I am and what I've done. I've been many things, but a liar is not one. I've given my heart out to the wrong people and been hurt in the end. In this matrix, we're all running on the hamster wheel, spinning faster and faster until it spits you out. Only the strong will survive. Why is strong the only option to survive in this crazy, cruel world? There's a deep desperation in the air, so fucking palpable I slice it with a knife. There are so many things that I would do to get to that once again. Sorry, I'm nervous. The ultimate defiance of dignity for just one more feeling of that high. That one more second of nothingness like the coast on the beach. The reflection of the moonlight glimmering over the waves. I'm swimming into the abyss, deeper and deeper into the indigos of blue. Don't follow me now, you won't catch up to me, I'm already gone. I've left you waiting on the shoreline with no way to get here. I've escaped your grasp and I'm out of there so fucking fast. Please let me go. You don't own me anymore. I'm gone and I've slammed the goddamn door. I ask you to please say goodbye to me like I've done for you. I've made it loud and fucking clear. Stop asking me to come around. I don't want to be near. I don't want you here anymore. Don't offer me shit. It's my life or I fucking quit. I'm moving on and emerging from the sand. A merge made. Please don't enter my space. I'm done here and you get no grace. For the sunny days are ahead and basking in the rays will change my ways. For I'm done with the ways you've changed me and I have to leave you now. Don't come back over here because I'll do what I don't want to do. Don't offer it to me because I'll do it. Thank you. I love poetry. This is my passion. I'm so glad to be here. I love everyone. This one's called Just Cause It's Polished Doesn't Mean It's Clean. You have this way about you that's so mean, and I'm over here acting so clean and serene. Please come and save me from this darkness, a place where it hides and the demons lie within. I can't stuff them down any longer. They're bursting out at the seams. Take me away from here to a land far away where the mermaids lay. Come down to the sand with me and sit for a moment and tap into my brain, the place where it all happens continuously for hours on end. Nothing shuts up my fucking thoughts except for you and those beautiful brown eyes looking into my soul, gazing into a part of me that hasn't been seen before. Please be gentle with me. I've traveled far and wide, and the road was treacherous. I can't handle another heartbreak or yet another day in time where nothing is really mine. You don't own me, but I want you to. I want to show you every part of me, even when it's not pretty and polished. Don't shy away now. There's so much left to say, and the words keep rolling off my tongue in riddles that only you can understand. There's a light in you that I can't stop gravitating to. Like a moth in the sunset, my wings flutter, and together we are free. I've never been in love, you see, and for that I'm terrified of what's to come. How do I do it? Do I open up my vulnerable heart to get ripped to shreds, blood dripping down my shins? I'm drenched in your love. I've never felt this before, and I can't deny that I'm so fucking high on you. The feeling you bring me is tantalizing, and I can't help myself but to want to be closer to you, to climb inside of your skin and become you. Let's merge ourselves into one and get out of this fucking town. Back to a city where the world is whipping around and the sounds of the sirens are deafening in our ears. Yet we can only hear what's coming out of our mouths to each other, and we are intertwined like vines climbing a fence covered in ivy. I'm poisonous. I'm preposterous, maybe even a little pompous. None of that even matters now. Please protect yourself and don't let me destroy the beauty embedded in you. I'm a walking disaster, stumbling all around, ripping through buildings and killing it all. A hurricane that ricochets and leaves rubble behind. The walk through the debris brought me to my knees. I know that you know what I mean. There's something that you need to know, something I need to tell you. You are different from the others. You and me are a perfect pair, the beauty and the beast. That's what we are. I can't handle myself when I'm around you. I don't know what to fucking think. My mind drives me so crazy. I need you to pull me from the ledge. I'm about to jump into the gorge. This society we're in is detrimental to my health. Or maybe it's me. I'm killing myself slowly with each pull on the pipe. That crackle sound lives in my ears throughout the night, and I can't stop taking a puff. It haunts my dreams, and it reminds me that nightmares are dreams too. I need you to please pull it from my lips and place yours there instead. I could live there with you forever and never think about another thing again. Please rescue me from myself. Take me away from the pain and sorrow that is so strong in my heavy beating chest. I can't take it anymore. Load the pipe. Let's get to another universe in a moment that won't last long. I need it now, and I can't live without you. Please don't leave me now. I need your love like a fish needs water, like my lungs need to smoke, like my head needs a high. But at the end of the day, we have to say goodbye. Thank you.
All right. That's Ray Ricochet, y'all. Make some noise one more time. Very good stuff. Thank you, Ray. Keep in mind we do it here every Wednesday night, and we're going to keep rocking because we still got more coming at you. Up next, we got the one, the only, Rowan Farb. Give it up for Rowan.
I'm just gonna read a few poems from this book I've been trying to dig into for a while, and I found a few I really love. It's poetry written all from the last big wars from the 100 years, and it's got a bunch of different contributors. And it's really heavy, but some of them are just so beautiful and really hit like a truck, so... I think I'm only gonna read two, but here's the first one. I hope that I don't butcher how you say this word. The title is Lackawanna Elegy. America, the tongues of your rivers burn with thirst. America, the coal in your mountains goes mad with sunlight. America, the arms of your sequoias ask pity of the storms. America, America, your heart's drum eats its own bones. The eyes of your clocks turn counterclockwise, seeking the past. And on her crumbling headland, the Indian woman turns toward you, eyes weighed down with asphalt. Her mercury, an orange head, shrinks just slightly, her small breasts spared to the gnawing white ants. She paints on the sand the oracle which a night effaces, a rattlesnake gripped in her teeth. She exorcises the white ghost, locked in the kiva of hate. A shiver of feathers down the reed of the spine sits your ash body, America. A thorn is stuck in your twilight brow, a thorn is sown in the fields of hemp, a thorn is screwed into the heel of your dancers. America, beware of your past. Of the kachinas filled with menace, for wrath ripens its fiery apple in the orchards of the Appalachians, in the desert colored by witches, in the rose garden of your sick soul. The Holocaust waits to begin. It's by T.R. Galway Kinnell. Thank you. Thanks. one's titled Ultima Ratio Reagan, and it's by someone named Eric Fried. The reason we do not learn from history is because we are not the people who learned last time, because we are not the same people as them that fed our sons and honor to Vietnam and dropped the burning money on their trees. We know that we know better than they knew, and history will not blame us if once again the light at the end of the tunnel is the train. Thank you. All right. I think I'm just gonna close with this last one. I've only read a pretty tiny part of it, but it's by Stanley Kunitz, who I really like in general. I didn't actually know he wrote poetry, or maybe I just didn't know he wrote poetry like this. But this is called Father and Son. Now in the suburbs and the falling light, I followed him. And now down sandy road, whiter than bone dust, through the sweet coveralls of fields, where the plums dropped with their load of ripeness one by one. Mile after mile I followed, with skimming feet, after the secret master of my blood, him steeped in the odor of ponds, whose indomitable love kept me in chains. Strode years, stretched into bird, raced through the sleeping country where I was young, the silence unrolling before me as I came, the night nailed like an orange to my brow. How should I tell him my fable and the fierce? How bridge the chasm in a casual tone, saying, the house, the stucco, the one you built, we lost. Sister married and went from home, and nothing comes back. It's strange from where she goes. I lived on a hill that had too many rooms. Light we could make, but not enough for warmth. And when the light failed, I climbed under the hill. The papers are delivered every day. I am alone and never shed a tear. At the water's edge, where the smothering ferns lifted their arms, Father, I cried, return. You know the way. I'll wipe the mud stains from your clothes. No trace, I promise, will remain. Instruct your son, whirling between two wars, in the Jamara of your gentleness. For I would be a child to those who mourn, and brother to the foundings of the field, and friend of innocence and all bright eyes. Oh, teach me how to work, and keep me kind. Among the turtles and the lilies he turned to me, the white ignorant hollow of his face. Thanks, I'm still working my way through this. I'll be back with more. Tip these guys, and thanks.
Keep it going for Rowan Farr. Thank you, Rowan. Y'all know we're here every Wednesday night. And we got more open mic coming right up, moving on to the 10s. We're very pleased to welcome Taylor Hyatt. Y'all make some noise. Give it up for Taylor.
Check. What's up, everybody? My name's Tay. I'm gonna play some songs, maybe an original or two, probably a cover. What's up? This first song I'm gonna play is a cover strongest emotion. What's the warmest thing we can do? We'll just walk around and I'll watch you. How you touch the ground so lightly. Feed you a cracker religiously. Two coffees before 4 p.m. and I feel like myself again. Yesterday was a vortex. Garlic tour booking and chest. Pull fuzz off your face. Let's procreate. Everything loses and gains value. I can't imagine life without you. How you stretched my body out like clay and made me feel a whole new way. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna play an original song and then maybe another shorter original song after that I haven't played in a really super long time. This song is called Try Part 3. I really gotta quit smoking so fucking much, 'cause I can feel my lungs collapsing. Just wanna ride my bicycle in the sun, but everyone all of is acting nuts. As much as I would like to just blame it on the stars, find it kinda hard to not take it to heart. Really feels like I'm trying pretty damn hard to not hurt my friends or myself. Just never works, just never works. Just never works. unrelenting fear of commitment, coupled with crippling anxiety. I just want to feel something different, but I am the only one that's lying to me. What am I running from? Why don't I seem to be quick enough? If I said it, well then I meant it. My momentum, it just isn't picking up. Just never does, just never does. Just never does. As much as I would like to just blame it on the stars, I find it kinda hard to not take it to heart. Really feels like I'm trying pretty damn hard to not hurt my friends or myself. Just never works, just never works. Just never works. Baby, you're hot just like an oven. I need your lovin'. Baby, I can't take it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger. When I get that feeling, I just want sexual healing. Sexual healing is something that's good for me, but just never works, just never works. Just never works. I don't see a clock. Do I have time for a quick one, Caleb? Is that cool? Yeah. Cool. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Yo, shout out Morgan, dude. For real. All right. The real ones might remember this one. The song is called Burnt. If I can remember the two chords. Okay, I might have just fucked that up. Dick in hand, beard on fire. I'm too damned high for my own good, but at least I'm not a liar. And if you're gonna be in a burning building, well, this is the one to be in. I love my friends, but I hate the way I communicate with them. Beer in hand, world's on fire. Well, I'm too goddamn drunk for my own good, but at least I'm not a liar. And if you're gonna be in a burning building. Well, this is the one to be in. I love my friends, but I hate the way I communicate with them. And if you're gonna be in a burning building, well, this is the one to be in. I love my friends, but I hate the way I communicate with them. Thank you. I've been Taylor Hyatt. Real quick before I get off the stage, for anybody that doesn't know, going to be featuring on a show with Low Wolf here February 22nd, 222. Come check it out, 8 o'clock.
Y'all keep it going for Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. Y'all stick around. We got more to come here on the open mic tonight. Be sure to visit the bar with some refreshments. Up next for you this evening, we have Nicholas in the house. Please give a big warm welcome for Nicholas.
And there's Uncle Hal, Cousin Billy, Grandpa and extra mom on head. Your third grade teacher is playing on drum, cold rain in the corner of Buffalo Back. And look at that guy, the cross between Brian and Dave, the old woman and a star. And there's almost perfect Dave Newman, wearing a baseball cap, a friend I've not seen in years. Henry being honest on the rooftop, a guy picture of Hollywood life, red with his face a little furry, and my personal god for the evening, the Lion King on drum. There's Mary, Kathy, Tom, or any Christian Lord. They all turn into different elves after long enough, bend in the air with imaginary bird. And there you are, with long hair, taking too long, as usual. Your friends, family, household.
styles and inspiration. And this one came to me when I took a road trip to Colorado and wrote it a little bit before I left and then while I was there. And yeah, I like experimenting with the different environments in which you create music. I think it's a good practice.
I'm gonna leave this place behind. I won't be long and I'm feeling alive. I don't know what I'm gonna find. This mystery's got me inclined. I'm looking down the open road I've never been on, and it feels like home. Climbing up to new heights, I'm in the mountain sky that my soul defines. Running, I'm searching, I'm finding a place. There's no mission, just visions that I'm following. Believing, still dreaming of time and space. Stars in the night, sun in the day. Let the light take me away. Let the light take me away. Making room to separate what my mind creates and what's in front of my face. Setting all these worries aside now that I'm away, no more carrying weight. I'm feeling inspired by this new day. What awaits? As long as I embody my truest self, it'll be okay. Running, I'm searching, I'm finding a place. There's no mission, just visions that I'm following. in space, stars in the night, sun in the day. Let the light take me away. Let the light take me away. The rocks, they show their age. Don't wanna follow the ways, timeless and bound, tied to the ground. Believing, still dreaming of that time and space. Stars in the night, sun in the day. Let the light take me away. Let the light take me away. Running, I'm searching, I'm finding a place. There's no mission, just visions that I'm following. Believing, still dreaming of that time and space. Stars in the night, sun in the day. Let the light take me away. Thank you.
This next one is called When You See.
It's been a long time since I woke from the dream when I was only playing me. Turned my world right upside down and my ego could not be found. Broke loose from the confines of my mind, dug deep in spirit and aligned. Now nothing will be the same, 'cause I know that I'm more than a name. And it's much clearer when you see universal identities. Hear the voice speaking clearly, telling you you're meant to be. Well, maybe more silence is what we need, going slower than our normal speed. And I do think we're too caught up in thoughts that take a hold of us, but they're not you, you are control. Awareness is the nature of the soul. So if the thoughts all tell you lies, know you're the ruler of your minds. And it's much clearer when you see universal identities. Hear the voice speaking clearly, telling you you're meant to be. Well, I was, but I'm not anymore. But I am, is evermore. I am not anymore. Evermore. Yeah, it's been a long time since I woke from the dream, since I woke from the dream, since I woke from the dream, yeah. It's a long time playing me, since I playing me, since I playing me, yeah. Turn my world right upside down, right upside down, right upside down, yeah. And my ego cannot be found, cannot be. And I said it's much clearer when you see universal identities. Hear the voice speaking clearly, telling
Thank you.
Y'all keep it going one more time for Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. That's right. All right. And up next on the mic tonight, we're very happy to welcome Christian back to the mic this evening. Y'all, please make some noise for Christian.
Good evening. My name is Christian. I'm gonna play some original songs for you. What's going on, my friend? You're spiraling again. I know how you like to pretend, and the places you hide, all of the ways that you've learned to survive. And when you fall asleep, dream of a hurricane swallows the beach. No levee or seawall could hove to contain the sunshine state. Washed away by the rain. The Atlantic finally of white relief, cleanse the foul coast. A vast ocean devours its host. What's going on, my friend? You're spiraling again. I know how you like to pretend, and the places you hide, all of the ways that you've learned to survive. Thank you. The insect falls from the flower. The nectarine withers on the unwatered vine. Hanging by faith, that tower of grace. The juice dripping off in a soft serpentine. And when I am ready, the ritual starts. And your Gothic portrait I search for online. Superimposed, correctional. A watermark symbol of moment in time. Truths and fabled fruits. 10-cent plans and fragile designs. Possession with intent. Recompense. Heavy weighs the victimless crime. Heavy weighs the victimless crime. And tender is the lamb that follows your hand. Shades of red bathing its side. Longs to be kept, longs for providence, as he is sacrificed. Heavy weighs the victimless crime. Heavy weighs the victimless crime. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Tip your bartender.
All right, y'all, that's Christian. One more time for Christian. Thank you, Christian. Very nice. Loving it. Thanks for being here tonight, y'all. It's so nice to get together and share all the creativity here every Wednesday night right here at Kava. And we got more coming up. So stick around, have some drinks. Up next on the mic tonight, we got Jeff right here, ready to go. Let's make some noise for Jeff.
Your third grade teacher is playing my drum. Cold rain in the corner of the back. And look at that guy, the cross between Brian and Dave, the old woman and a star. And there's almost perfect Dave Newman, wearing a baseball cap. A friend of my 15th year, Henry B. Lawless on Rooftop. A guy picture of olive behind, red with his face a little furry, and my personal god for the evening, the Lion King on drum. There's Gary, Kathy, Tom, Ray, Christian, Gordon. They all turn into different novels after long enough. Fins in the air, imaginary birds. And there you are. Long hair, maybe too long, as usual. Your friends, family, household.
And I was playing with my little folk duo at the time, and we didn't have any songs, so we wrote a Valentine's Day song. So I'm gonna do that one for y'all, but I think since it's like it's got a nice little twist to it, but since it's like a happy Valentine's Day song, I think I have to do a breakup song first. She was a child of the wind, friend to all the birds. She gave her heart away, but she guarded all her words. And in the space between her wants and needs, a battle fiercely raged between herself, cause she was both the jailer and the cage. Wash away, like the sand dunes on an island, facing down a hurricane. Wash away, like the pollen on the street after a cold spring rain. They'll wash away. He was a blighted tree with a rotted heart, though he stood grand and tall. Knew a coming storm might break his back or be his fall. Though he sought out medicines and he tended to his fruits, it's hard to draw that poison now when he's been living in your
wash away, wash away, like the sand dunes on an island facing down a hurricane. Wash away, wash away, like sins before your God on your judgment day. They'll wash away. Summer made a home for her, so cool amongst his blooms. The winter's winds were treacherous, full of doom and gloom. He fell across right that breeze, and she saw a land more verdant beyond the reaches of his canopy, where his old right could no longer be her burden. Sometimes his pain comes on so strong, you don't know where to go. Just when he thinks he's done, he's gone like a ribbon's ebbing flow. Sorry, mic is drooping. There we go. Now I'm not slouching. We do. Sometimes his pain comes on so strong, you don't know where to go. Just when he thinks he's done, he's gone like a river's ebbing flow. And if he thinks he's found his footing, then that king tide comes along, putting out the back streets of his mind these sad songs. Wash away, wash away, like the sand dunes on an island facing down a hurricane. Wash away, wash away, like a late crop in a field of dreams that'll never make. Like the little roots of a family tree that just won't take. Like a scarab chasing tears down cheeks and old heartache, they'll wash away. Thank y'all. Got through it. Worn out stands. Know all about it. All right, the Valentine's Day song. There we go. It's like Valentine's Day and like anti-capitalist, so I bring it out every year because the chorus, you can't play a Valentine's Day song except around Valentine's Day, so this is like an annual reprisal for me, and I just love the chorus, so I'm gonna keep singing it. We go walking, hands are talking, and over scars and lines, and fingertips are stalking. The sun is shining light with silver linings. For the warmth of your touch, I'm always pining. The strings vibrating, the drums pulsating, our bodies moving while our minds are orchestrating. A little prancing and a lot of glancing. It's always joyful when you and me go dancing. And I know the stupid holiday, it started as a Christian rule to undermine the pagans. They're helping corporations beat their post-Christmas blues. But all the same, I wanna celebrate the fact that you make this whole life mine. Better every day, so tell me, baby, would you be my Valentine? How about it? Hands are strumming, the amplifier's humming. Your melodies overset, my heartstrings are thrumming. Voices rising, motive vocalizing. Baby, I love it when we get to harmonizing. When we're kissing, well, there's nothing missing. The sexy sermons that always end with a blessing. Let's repeat that measure, DC our pleasure. Your body is a gift that I will always treasure. And I know this stupid holiday, it started as a Christian ruse to undermine the pagans. Now helping corporations beat their post-Christmas blues. But all the same, I want to celebrate the fact that you make this whole life of mine better every day. So tell me, baby, would you be my Valentine? How about it?
Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
That's right, y'all. Keep it going one more time for Jeff up here. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you all for hanging out on this full moon open mic. Yeah, you know, happy full moon. It's up there somewhere. It's so rainy out tonight. But, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We're gonna keep it rolling for you because we got more open mic to come. Be sure to visit the bar, get some drinks, and stick around because up next we've got Alicia back in the house tonight. Y'all make some noise for Alicia!
shines wanting us to see. Our hearts are calling us home. Who is yours asking you to be? I love that. On the story is half of what occurred. For the feelings that release created inside is what really needs to be heard. nature of their kin. Each person's path is unique, and if you find yourself, and if you find this message speaking to your soul, thank you for your bravery of heart in each step you take owning this sacred role. And now, this next one I'm going to put a trigger warning on. So this goes into ancestral healing. And for me, my ancestors were actually Nazis. So this poem is about the role of the golden child in the aspect of that, yes, the scapegoat is very much the victim, but there are also individuals that play the favorite that are victims too. And understanding that through my own healing journey had opened up a whole level of awareness of bringing safety to parts of myself that have gotten created through my generation. And that's what this painting is about, the golden handcuffs and breaking free from that role. So this is called the Golden Apology. I'm not invalidating your pain by owning mine, but for me to hold space for you from authentic love and not shame, I need more time. For the suffering and abuse you experienced, I know a little bit about too. Doing things I'm not proud of to survive, I wish I could undo. The forces that pulled us apart in order to gain control dismantled me as well, and I'm learning about forgiveness at the depth of my soul. I'm done with centuries of running in circles, playing their games of fed-off fear. I have chosen to dig deep within and reclaim my power dear. The truth is, my mind was controlled and to believe things were the only way to survive. Manipulating my DNA and life-threatening means, all I could do was comply. I'm sorry for any pain I've caused you. It's really burdened my heart. I wish these things I did and said did not bring us this far apart. Can we heal together, knowing each has their strengths and wounds, allowing the power to reclaim from within after all these so many moons? The one love they speak of has no claim to what one looks like or what they have been through. It's about reclaiming the worthiness of it. I'm ready to own this. How about you? Let's make peace and show the real perpetrator the meaning that love unites all. Coming together to create a sturdy foundation built as we watch the false one fall. I see your heart. In true being, do you see mine too? I'm here when you're ready to relearn together and to create the new. All right, and then I got one more for you. All right. Open to the soul calling, the vulnerable innocence of the fresh-born is reignited, shining light on the potential of what has only been perceived as a feeling, now throws the idea of what was condemned unimaginable into view. Allowing the seedling permission to anchor its roots, the fertile ground has been built on decomposed trajectories, becomes the perfect nourishment for its growth. Feeding it compassion, curiosity, wisdom, and a sense of belonging, the little sapling is granted the opportunity to reach for the sky. Thank you all.
Keep it going for Alicia. Thank you, Alicia. Very nice. All right. Y'all, it's been a beautiful night so far, and it's not over yet. So, thanks for sticking around. We got some more open micers coming up. Reminder to check out the other shows we have coming up here as well. The Django Jazz Jam tomorrow night at 7. Friday night at 8, we got King Garbage back in the house. Yeah. A night of music for lovers. It's going to be a good time, y'all. Come out on Friday night for sure. And, you know, you might as well pull up Saturday night, too, because we got Graciela Serena in the house for you with the pole band. So come check that out on Saturday night at 8 as well. It's going to be a great time, y'all. Ping pong tournaments on Mondays. Open jam on Tuesdays. And, of course, we're back for open mic every Wednesday night. Coming up next on the mic, y'all, we got Chloe in the house. Let's make some noise for Chloe.
This one today. I actually wrote it at the bar at the beginning of open mic. Actually, I will give you a little bit of context. Shit's crazy right now, just in general. And the astrology of this weekend has been insane. And if you follow astrology, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, Uranus is just chaotic. So, I have healed through so much and grieved through so much and completed literal like cycles, and this is a poem about actually ancestral healing as well. It's kind of cool that a lot of people are in that space right now. It's validating. Okay, I wrote this poem about my dad today. I said, the anger kept me alive, and my father begged my forgiveness and told me that my words already sounded like music, and I did forgive him, and I breathed deeply, the sigh of relief. I said, I'm so grateful we can have these conversations without anger now. And from across an ocean, my father heard my words about his father and told me that he believes it will be worth it to look at how he's replicated the pain he grew up in throughout his life. And I said, wow. I said, do you talk to your father? To my father, who I know believes in heaven. And I said, I do. He knows he was a dick. Do you talk to him? And I felt my dad's texting chat bubble take a sharp inhale before spelling out his own relief and fear. And I said, I think you need to. He's changed in death and he's apologized. And my father became new to me and agreed and loved me, and I let him. And looking up at the sky, I felt my grandfather and his father and their great-great-greats, and I felt the weight of an ancestral curse beginning to shift under the pounding of my freely dancing feet, under the often uncomfortable scrutiny of my authenticity. They said, you did it. They said, thank you. They said, I'm proud. The curse, the rage that bonded, drying at the seams of structures, and harsh men and harsh words, toppling into water, filled with soft light and peppermint and pine. The embers of ancient fires, dead breath from draconic masters and grumpy grandfathers splash into ash. The anger kept me alive, and I found a way out. I did it. Thank you. I'm proud. On behalf of everyone, and this life within retired Fury's protection, lovely, full, energetic, enthusiastic, allowed, accepted, satisfied. Thanks. I got a few more for you. Okay. I wrote this one in January. Responsibility must be held by those capable of wielding it. It is not a complaining thing to be capable. A heavy axe must still chop wood, and the muscles to swing it are developed with consistency, persistence, insistence. It is not a standing still thing to grow. It is not a comfortable thing to change. It is not a complaining thing. To be capable is the culmination of work. To be held responsible is to know there is trust and foundation. It is not a complaining thing to be held accountable, to be made responsible, to be told capable. It is a recognition, an awareness, and a compliment. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Okay. This one's from November. I don't know about any of you, but I was pretty depressed right after Helene, and for the little while after. It was just weird adjusting to everything. So this is kind of a poem about slipping in and out of alignment. Keep going and don't give up, said the sky and the leaves and the life inside of me today. And I said, why is everything going wrong? And I heard a murmuring wind saying, if everything seems out of alignment, you probably are. A quick reality check. I am here with myself, knowing I am important and what I am doing. And I must not stop what I am doing, and I must keep going. And I breathed in, and I said, thank you, that's a helpful note. And I breathed out, I lit Palo Santo, and I sang a song of my own, quietly like a prayer, sending smoke and light to the lyrics as they passed, and reminded myself of my power, my infinity, the limited scope of the why. Falters under the perspective of the sun who see everything. And the shadows I thought were blind are not separated from truth, but part of it. Thank you. How much time do I have left? I got two more that I was going to do. I'll do the long one first. What? Yeah. Oh, slay. Okay. Slay. How many of you habitually smoke weed and don't know how to stop? Me. This is a poem I wrote about that a long time ago. And, yeah, I'm just going to do it. I've been high so many times, so often and so always, that actually I couldn't tell you what it feels like. What's it like being high in those clouds, puffy and green? Here I rest, a lung full of smoke, and the same brain function as always. Always a little bit high, always functioning. Wondering how many days it has been since I did not get high, and then realizing that time is not usually measured in days, but in years, and places, and people, and unfortunate situations, and wonderful celebrations, and sleepless nights, and spent labor exchange, and it is immeasurable. Cash and credit mixing with time for an innumerable number of lungfuls, smoked flesh instead of fresh air. Getting high to get closer to God. But now God is telling me, pull back from this need for these so many things that do not belong to you, that were given to you, and you did not know to say no. Pull back. And I am listening to God in every other facet, because I trust truth and love. I trust coincidence, except for again and again, lighter, light, fire, pull, ash, smoke in, hold, breathe in, smoke outside, high. Daily, nightly, trying, refuse, let the ritual go. Held back, I felt behind, the fear of missing out, guaranteed I never did. I knew it all. I needed to. What everything felt like, how it all began, ended, each chisma, each spilled drink, every single grain, again and again. I never missed out on a flavor of fun, and now my taste buds are overstimulated. My body is shaking with disappointment in my seeming inability to release the need for otherness within my own body. This need to be outside of myself, within myself. Why so? Filled to each of my brims with talent and cool, the admired eye of a friend, the sought-out slaying down self I love. I know. Why then? Is a stimulating act out of habit, causing shaking and volition, sobbing and ache, gut yanking, ass wrenching, guilt pouring from orifice, pain seeping back to bone home, muscle relaxing into stone. I don't want to need to feel this way each day. Thank you. Thank you. If that resonated with you, try a few sober days. I'm working on it. I got 1.5, and then, you know, it counts. Thank you. All right, this is my last one. This is, okay, this is my last one. Oh, self-plug. I have a gig at One World Brewing, downtown location on March 6th. If you like singer-songwriter music, which you probably do because you're here, it's a free gig. If you drink beer, which most people at the Kava bar don't, there's beer there, and you can order farm burger from upstairs, and they'll deliver it to your table at the bar. I'll be there from 8 to 11, March 6th. Check my socials, I guess. I'll have to download the apps again. It's fine. Okay, here's a poem. I have been in love before, and I have finally learned a lesson about needing and turning into demanding and disappointment because I was expecting without noticing or saying. You may never know me, but we love the same things. And I can love you without needing you to look back at me. And the feelings in music are enough to carry me. I've decided to release your response to my love from my immediate attention. Because what can I do or expect except hope that our eyes may meet again, and that you may smile, and that I may be the cause. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.
Keep it going for Chloe. Thank you, Chloe. All right, all right. Oh, yeah. Let's calm down. Up next, we got Matt Zim in the house. Y'all, please welcome Matt. Give it up.
Everybody. Earlier, it was all my mistake on the guitar with Chelsea. She was playing, she was singing amazingly. And I just messed up the chords. It's the easiest song in the world to play, but I'm just gonna mess around and play a little bit of songs. that's about it for me. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I love it here. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Matt Zim. Thank you, Matt. All right, y'all. It's Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Keep it locked here. We got just a few more for you. Yes, that's right. Up next on the mic tonight, we got Abe Dalton here. Y'all make some noise for Abe.
Could use a Kava Lost to my feet, these waking dreams, 'cause I am unclean, stupid and mean, even in the morning. I haven't seen my teeth in a million years, gonna get them bleached, 'cause I am unclean, stupid and mean, even in the morning. Look at these eyes, they're swollen. I tell you what, gonna keep them shut. I am unclean, stupid and mean, even in the morning. I am unclean, stupid and mean, even in the morning. I am unclean, stupid and mean, even in the morning. Even in the morning. Even in the morning. Obviously, that song is about not me. This song is called The Architect.
just what I expect. Close both these eyes so my heart can project. Grand and bottomless and short, a fundamental mess. Wouldn't change it for no moment of redress. This is you, a place to the warmth I found inside. This is you, a hovel, a moon, a shack, a castle, a home. This is you, a place to the warmth I found inside. This is you, a hovel, a moon, a shack, a castle, our home.
Hey, y'all, give it up one more time for Abe up here. Thanks, Abe. Yeah. Very nice. All right. Love it all. Thanks, everyone who's shared tonight. I think we just got one too long for you. We do have Joe Shelton in the house for you tonight. Y'all, please give a big warm welcome for Joe.
Your third grade teacher is playing on drum, cold rain in the corner above the back. And look at that guy, the cross between Brian and Dave.
Hey, that's too darn tall. That guy was tall. All right, I have for you a Willie Nelson song and one of my own silly songs. And of course, here at the Severance Kava is one now of two locations where you may access my chart topper jazz cigarettes. It will be available also at Reasonably Priced Baby Song at their shows. 3 days I dread to see arrive. 3 days I hate to be alive. 3 days filled with tears and sorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There are 3 days I know that I'll be blue. 3 days that I'll always dream of you. And it does no good to wish these days would end, because the same 3 days start over again. 3 days I dread to be alive. 3 days I hate to see arrive. 3 days filled with tears and sorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Well, there are 3 days I know that I'll be blue. 3 days that I'll always dream of you. And it does no good to wish these days would end. Well, those same 3 days start over again. 3 days I dread to see arrive. 3 days I hate to be alive. 3 days filled with tears and sorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. 3 days. 3 days. Willie? Thank you. All right. Well, I see that I wrote the date at the bottom of this one. I've had 6 long years to learn the lyrics to my own song. It's going to happen anytime soon, and I will remember this and not have my cheat notes. Hell, let's go to the liquor store. Papa's vodka in the plastic bottle's gonna screw up my driver. It'll total my liver, turn me yellow, make me shiver, only costs a $5. A teaspoon of Tang to kill the terrible taste so I can wash down my pills. My breakfast today's got the USRDA, or the OJ that kills, at the liquor store. Heaven help me at the liquor store. How dry I am, I wanna wet my beak. Step behind the building and take myself a leak at the liquor store. Well, if I can't stand straight, I might kiss the floor and the cashier gets candid. If she refuses to sell and says to go straight to hell, I'll leave empty-handed. I unhobble my wobble, pop a mint in my mouth, and cross my fingers for luck. De-slur my oratory, hope my stumble's transitory, and I pull out a bug at the liquor store. Help me, Jesus, at the liquor store. Every time I stop to shop, I get into trouble. There's twice the selection when you're seeing double at the liquor store. At the AA meeting, I took the 12 steps to back for everyone fro. I'm down on my knees, God help me, please find a better way to go. I grab a decanter and I make with some banter, try to throw off the sand. I ask her, how was your night, and could I bum a light? But I sense some dissent. My small talk's a bust that's engendered no trust in my fool's paradise. My booze is confiscated and my buzz will be belated. My transactions on ice at the liquor store. Hallelujah, at the liquor store. I've quit hundreds of times, I know what it takes to shamble to the house and just wait for the shakes at the liquor store. Thank you, Kava Bar. Bula.
That's Joe Shelton, everybody. Thank you, Joe. And thank you all for hanging out tonight. Thank you to all of the performers tonight. Thank you for bringing all that creativity and gracing the stage. I'm gonna leave y'all with a few points. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're open late, so hang out, have some drinks, and don't forget to tip your bartenders. They've been working hard for you tonight. Also, don't forget to catch that King Garbage show here on Friday. It's gonna be so good. I'm looking forward to it. Hope y'all will join us. We'll be having drink specials and just a general good time here at the Kava Bar. This is a device for distilling lunar humidity. A crucible holds flesh-like water, through which astral salt filters, universe mercury, salt of metals. From this aqua viscose, vegetables, animals, minerals, sustained by dew of the stars, at their cores infused by lunar and solar moisture, crafted of earth and spirit, lightning echoes in little jars and gallery walls. This elusive essence, what eyes can't see, these tools will render. In alembic flashes, purple dust of fermented thought. Walk across this grass to the threshold of forest and time. The old book contained a diagram for an apparatus to attract lunar humidity. It collects through a cone connected to 3 curcubits, distilling the fine dew into essence of the moon and all dark winter nights included. The alchemist in seas of loneliness, his deep contemplation of leaves, on balconies over cobbled stone streets that end in forest. Blue lutes drone from somewhere under the moon, the humidity visible on the breath of every animal, on each path guided by moonlight, from ravines and cliffs poured onto the roads in windswept miles, pouring rivers that pour dreams into ears, moonbeams, touch the warm temples of the sleeping one, learning a new alphabet and dreams, with the unknown speaking in dialects unknown, turning into different form. Nothing can be captured, only changed, as we change, constant like the turning of dew into vapor and back again, splitting self into patterns of blood, gold, cinnabar, subliming mercury, brimstone, quicksilver, vermilion of the mountains of the moon, radiating water descending on the morning grass as breath rises from those that breathe. Winter sky, deep red night, droplets collect in the jars as the alchemist calibrates the apparatus. Thank you. This poem's called Helene. The radar reveals thousands of seabirds circling in the eye of the storm as it crosses Georgia. A hurricane on Jupiter rages for 359 years. Here in Asheville, I keep finding out more friends were washed away. At the memorial, his ashes red as the river clay. Thank you. And lines returning after the storm. I sit in an armchair gazing out of the hotel room window at the rain on its journey. The old deadhead at the hotel bar told me about finding legs like spaghetti in the river after the flood. We share smoke on the patio and look at the old Kentucky home across from us. He's never read any Wolf. I recite a stone, a leaf, an unfound door. He says he needs to find his bed and hastily retreats back inside the hotel with the dark running up the sides and branching out along the ceilings wide, and all the floors and mirrors are scrawled with illegible words. I've run from poems before, too. I've hid from the words inside, but now there's too much not to speak of. The retreating darkness of the sky reveals the rims of ancient mountains, still soaring, lordly, melted in purple mist, still the home of ancestors of graves, all that will be there when I go home again. Open anything. Back with friends tonight, and new friends among all the controls set for a good time. Pale leaf turning, rain started pouring outside this beloved abode. On the roadside, motorcycles roar by in the night, performers bare their souls and all that shit. And a person in the crowd hears, offers a hug afterwards. Friends share a drink, an honest laugh, the trusted bar stools, the stained couches. Hold the souls, and then are empty once again. The early sun will creep through the empty bar before anyone gets there for the day. And this is a poem by Nikki Giovanni. This is Knoxville, Tennessee. I always liked summer best. You can eat fresh corn from Daddy's garden, and okra, and greens, and cabbage, and lots of barbecue, and buttermilk, and homemade ice cream at the church picnic. And listen to gospel music outside at the church homecoming. And you go to the mountains with your grandmother and go barefooted and be warm all the time, not only when you go to bed and sleep. And here's some poems I translated from the Spanish of Federico Garcia Lorca. This is Hustle of the Memory of Love. Don't take your memory with you. Leave it only in my chest. Trembling of white cherry in the martyrdom of January, I am separated from the dead by a wall of bad dreams. I give sorrow a fresh iris for a heart of gypsum. All night in the orchard, my eyes like two dogs. All night covering the poison quinces. Sometimes the wind is a tulip of fear, is a sick tulip, the dawn of winter. A wall of bad dreams separates me from the dead. The fog covers in silence the gray valley of your body. By the meeting arch, the hemlock is growing. But leave your memory, leave it all alone in my chest. Puzzle of unexpected love. No one understood the perfume of the dark magnolia of your belly. No one knew that you were martyring a hummingbird of love between your teeth. 1,000 Persian foals fell asleep in the moonlit plaza of your forehead, while for 4 nights I lassoed your hips, enemy of the snow. Among gypsum and jasmines, your gaze was a pale bouquet of seed. I searched my chest to give you letters of ivory that say always, always, always. Garden of my agony, your fugitive body forever, the blood of your veins in my mouth, your mouth, now lightless to my death. Puzzle of the terrible presents. Presents. I've gotten some terrible presents before, for sure, but puzzle of the terrible presents. I want the water that continues without the riverbed. I want the wind that continues without valleys. I want the night that continues without eyes, and my heart without the golden flower. The oxen that speak with giant leaves, and the earthworm that dies in shadow. The teeth of the skull that shine, and the yellow that saturates the silk. I can see the sorrow of wounded night, wrestling curled around midday. I resist a twilight of green venom, and the crumbled arches where time suffers. But do not illuminate your clean, naked body like a black cactus blooming in the reeds. Abandon me in a longing of dark planets, but do not show me your thin, fresh hips. And this is Puzzle. No. Excuse me. We're moving on to the casitas. Casita of tears. I have closed my balcony doors because I do not want to hear the weeping But behind these gray walls, you do not hear anything other than weeping. There are so few angels that sing. There are so few dogs that bark. 1,000 violins fit in the palm of my hand. But the weeping is an immense dog. The weeping is an immense angel. The weeping is an immense violin. The tears muzzle the wind, and you do not hear anything other than the weeping. Casita of the impossible hand. I desire no more than a hand, a wounded hand if possible. I desire no more than a hand, although I spent 1,000 nights without a bed. It would be a pale lily of lime. It would be a dove tethered to my heart. It would be the guardian that in the night of my passing blocks the entrance to the moon. I desire no more than that hand for the everyday oils and the white shroud of my agony. I desire no more than that hand so as to have a wing of my death. All that is left passes, nameless rouge at last, perpetual star. What's left is the other, sorrowful wind, while the leaves escape in flocks. Indeed. Dark. And this is some Merwin for you. Had it here somewhere. Okay, maybe I don't have it. Would I love it this way if it could last? Would I love it this way if it were the whole sky, the one heaven, or if I believed that it noticed me, or that it belonged to me, a possession that was mine alone? Would I love it this way if I were somewhere else, or if I were younger for the first time? Would I love it this way if I were in pain, red torment of body or gray void of grief? Would I love it this way if I knew that I would remember anything that is here now. Anything. Anything. The sound of it. The rain stopped. You never hear it stop. And then the dripping from the trees. And then, how could anyone hear it not falling, not arriving, and then not arriving? Other things must be happening that way, unheard, all around us. You never hear the dog stop barking, whether you are listening or not. We hear things start up and go on, calling and shrieking and singing, saying hello, saying goodbye, but not stopping. Is that the way it is? Is there no sound of stopping? And no sound to the sound of stopping. And then no sound without stopping. Thanks a lot. We'll go with a little Roomy of the Barks. Barks. One night a man was crying in the street. Allah, 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 Allah. His lips grew sweet with the praising until a cynic said, I've heard you calling out, but have you ever gotten any response? The man had no answer to this. He quit praising and fell into a confused sleep. In his dream, he saw Hitter, the guide of souls, in a thick green foliage. Why did you stop praising? Because I never heard anything back. This longing you express is the return message. The grief that you cry out from draws you toward union. Your pure sadness that wants help. It is the secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. There are love dogs no one knows the names of. There are love dogs no one knows the names of. There are love dogs no one knows the names of. Give your life to be one of them. Hey, thanks, friends. You know, there's a grainy taste I prefer to every idea of heaven. Human friendship. Human friendship. Cheers, friends. Spoola. Woo! And that's another edition of Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Ooh, that is a grainy taste. Thanks for being here tonight, y'all. Appreciate you, friends. We'll see you next time. Come check out the shows here this weekend. Keep Garbage in the house on Friday. And much love to you all. Love, friendship, peace. All right. I've been Caleb Beissert. Your technical director has been Morgan Beissert. Your audio engineer has been Eric Severance. Thank you so much, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Word-oo!